Hi friends, this is Mike, the Michael W. Hall channel. I invite you to subscribe and leave comments and like. So today I'd like to play a piece by Andrew York entitled Walking, and this is in level 1 of the Royal Conservatory classical guitar method, and he's got a piece in level 3 called Sherry's Waltz. I'd have to check on the other levels, but Andrew York's output is really amazing. He's a great guitarist. He used to be in LA Guitar Quartet as well. Groups I've directed have played a number of his pieces for guitar ensemble. And this is a solo piece called Walking. It's from level 1. This is for my students who are testing on this coming up here. And I'll play it first. This is a really nice excursion of a piece. It's like someone taking a leisurely walk, knocking along, just sort of bouncing along, enjoying the scenery, maybe counting rabbits or looking at trees and flowers. It's just my imagination. I like to walk on Constitution Trail where I'm from. So you notice he has these notes with different articulations. It starts mezzo forte in a really bright E major key. It has no key signature, but he's using various dynamics and accidentals. So, staccato note, and then a stressed note, and easy to memorize because there's a lot of repeating of thematic material, same rhythms. Comes back to that main theme of da yum ba da da da. A lot of staccato. It keeps it really light. There are a number of dynamics. In measure 9, you go back to this main theme. It's loud, and then I'd like to point out to measure 5. So instead of going to what sounds like a B minor chord, he goes back to D major, and uses the thumb on the 3rd string. Now, why does he do that? Well, he's just stressing that note, making a thick sound, keeping the hand kind of centered, so to speak, without the fingers traveling too much. And then this little syncopated that major 7 or major add 9 chord there to a D major, and then an E suspended. Make sure you use the exact fingering here. These are whole notes. Use the thumb, sustain that. Now you don't have to hold that A forever. It's a nice little that's an interpretive thing that I'm doing there, especially at the end, because he does that again several times in the piece. If you don't hold that A, it still sounds really legato and ringy there, to use a simplified term. Look at measure 17, where he goes to a G natural, back to a B minor. So A minor, 7, connect to B minor, C major 7, D major, ending back up again on an E major chord and ending the piece ultimately with that E sus sound. So at 17 and 21, it's not sad, it's just reflective, I would say. Watch out for this connecting note here where you go from B to C natural with a 2 finger, not a 1 or not a C sharp with 2, but a C. Seems like as a guitarist we spend a lot of time trying to create a legato effect. We don't have bows, so we are trying to we sound probably more like a harpsichord in some ways, but we want to really bring out these stress notes and these staccato notes as written. And they happen a lot, and they reoccur so much, and it doesn't sound repetitive or mundane or whatever. It really works. It gives the piece that kind of skipping feeling, the really lighthearted feeling. So in 21, 25, we see crescendo, we see poco diminuendo, and it ultimately at the end, you're having this rolling chord change, this C add 9, and then scale and D major, and then retard there. Use the correct fingers so that you can sustain those notes that you need to. It'll make a big difference in your playing. I'm not talking about just in terms of garnering more points in an RCM test, although that's great too. But you need to think about yourself as a musician and an artist, and not just trying to get through an academic exercise. It's becoming more of a revelation to me as a teacher and a player how important it is for people to really breathe through their music. You're exhaling. You're not holding your breath until you mess up. Do you hear me on that? That's very important, students. You are an artist, so you're not holding your breath hoping to be perfect. You're breathing through your music and you're controlling. You're the musician, okay? Andrew York's the composer. But even composers, they don't know every moment exactly what they want. They may choose one note over another, but the piece can take a different direction. Who knows where it's going to go? But you as an interpreter have a say-so too. So I hope that helps you. Take care. Best regards in your exams.